What you're about to witness shouldn't be possible. Hyenas, pulling a 12-foot crocodile from its own domain. But in the Mara, where water means survival, the rules are about to change in the most dramatic way. In the heart of Kenya's Masai Mara, where the earth cracks under relentless sun and the grass withers to gold, one resource becomes more precious than any other. Water. This humble waterhole, no larger than a village square, becomes the crossroads of survival. Here, in the crushing grip of the dry season, nature's unwritten laws are tested daily. Every animal that calls this landscape home must come here eventually, driven by the most primal of needs. And today, an ancient struggle is about to unfold. Welcome back to Yekni. The dry season has been particularly harsh this year. For 3 months, not a single drop of rain has fallen on these parched plains. The once mighty Mara River has shrunk to a fraction of its former glory, and smaller waterholes have disappeared entirely, leaving only cracked mud as evidence of their existence. This waterhole, fed by a deep underground spring, is one of the few that remains. It has become a lifeline, a gathering place, and inevitably, a battleground. As the sun climbs higher, burning away the cool promise of dawn, the first visitors arrive. Spotted hyenas. Crocodile. Often misunderstood, frequently vilified in popular culture, rarely appreciated for what they truly are, yet among Africa's most successful predators. These are not merely scavengers, as many believe, but sophisticated hunters capable of bringing down prey as large as wildebeest. Led by their matriarch, a battle-scarred female who has ruled this clan for nearly a decade, this group operates with military precision. She bears the marks of her position: a torn ear from a territorial dispute years ago, a slight limp from an encounter with a buffalo, and the respect of every member of her 15-strong clan. In the hierarchy of the savannah, they've learned to exploit every opportunity, to take advantage of every weakness, to survive where others might fail. The clan approaches the waterhole cautiously. Experience has taught them that drinking is a dangerous business. While their heads are down, submerged in water, they cannot watch for threats. Lions could be lurking in the tall grass. Leopards might descend from the acacia trees. Even other hyena clans might see an opportunity to expand their territory. Notice their positioning. Never all drinking at once. It's a carefully choreographed dance of survival. 3 drink while 4 stand guard, rotating positions every few minutes. The matriarch herself rarely drinks first, instead keeping watch until she's satisfied that the area is secure. Some stand on the higher ground surrounding the waterhole, their keen eyes scanning the horizon. Others position themselves at strategic points, ready to sound the alarm at the first sign of danger. Survival through cooperation. It's a lesson this clan knows well. But what's this? Something in the water has caught their attention. The hyena's behavior changes instantly. Their ears prick forward, their cackling intensifies, and several members of the clan wade deeper into the murky shallows, investigating something large and still. A Nile crocodile. Approximately 12 feet long, perhaps 400 pounds, lying motionless in the shallows. Whether it died of old age, disease, or injury is impossible to tell, but to these opportunistic carnivores, the cause of death matters little. It represents something irresistible: a meal without the chase, protein without the risk of a hunt, calories without the exhausting pursuit of prey across the scorching plains. With jaws capable of crushing bone, powerful enough to crack open the femur of a buffalo, and a bite force exceeding 1,100 pounds per square inch, the hyenas begin their macabre work. They are perfectly equipped for this task. Their digestive systems can process almost anything, including bones, hooves, and horns that other predators leave behind. Inch by inch, they drag the massive reptile from its watery domain. It requires the coordinated effort of 6 hyenas, pulling in unison, their powerful neck muscles straining against the weight. What should be predator becomes prey. The crocodile, apex predator of the water, rendered helpless by death, now reduced to a resource. A reversal that speaks to the hyena's audacity, their strength, and their willingness to take advantage of any situation. The clan works with practiced efficiency, some pulling, others positioning themselves to begin feeding once the carcass reaches dry land. Their excited whoops and cackles echo across the plain, a celebration of unexpected fortune. In a landscape where every meal is hard-won, this discovery feels like a gift. But suddenly, the matriarch raises her head. Her ears swivel forward, focusing on something the others haven't yet noticed. She senses something. A vibration in the earth, so subtle that only the most experienced can detect it. A warning carried on the wind, a scent that makes her nervous. She issues a low grunt, a signal that causes several clan members to pause their work and lift their heads. In the Mara, size matters. The hierarchy of the waterhole is determined not by cunning or numbers, but by sheer mass and power. And something very large is coming. The dust rising beyond the acacia trees tells a story the matriarch can read all too well. Elephants. Not just any elephants. A family group, approximately 20 individuals ranging from tiny calves to massive adults, led by their matriarch, and they are desperately thirsty. The herd has been walking since before dawn, covering nearly 10 miles in search of this precious waterhole. Their mahout, their leader, their repository of wisdom, is perhaps 50 years old, possibly older. She remembers every waterhole in this vast territory, every drought, every wet season, every dry season for half a century. Her memory is the survival manual for her entire family. And she remembers this place, has been coming here since she herself was a calf at her own mother's side. Her family depends entirely on her knowledge. The youngest calves, barely 3 feet tall and only a few months old, can survive only days without water in this heat. Their small bodies lose moisture rapidly, and dehydration can kill them quickly. For the adults, the need is equally urgent. An elephant can drink up to 50 gallons of water in a single session, and in this heat, they need to drink every day. There is no time for negotiation, no patience for obstacles. The family needs water, and they need it now. The elephants stop at the waterhole's edge, directly opposite the hyenas who still cluster around their crocodile prize. For a long moment, two worlds pause. The silence is thick with tension, broken only by the sound of an infant elephant's uncertain trumpet and the nervous shuffling of feet. The hyenas, emboldened by their numbers and protecting their hard-won meal. The elephants, driven by biological necessity and claiming what they consider their ancient right to priority at any water source. In nature's hierarchy, size determines privilege. This is not cruelty, but simple physics and biology. Adult African elephants can weigh up to 7 tons, some even more. That's more than 100 hyenas combined. Their size gives them precedence, an unwritten law as old as the savanna itself. But the hyenas do not yield. Perhaps they are emboldened by their numbers, 15 strong and united. Perhaps they are unwilling to abandon the crocodile carcass they've worked so hard to extract. Perhaps they simply miscalculate, forgetting for a moment the fundamental rule of the waterhole. Whatever the reason, the clan makes a critical miscalculation. They challenge the wrong family. The elephant matriarch flares her ears, making herself appear even larger. She raises her trunk high, a gesture of warning. Still, the hyenas hold their ground. Some even move forward, cackling aggressively, attempting to intimidate the giants before them. It's a mistake they immediately regret. 7 tons of maternal fury. The matriarch charges, and behind her, the entire herd follows. The sound is like thunder, like an earthquake given form. 20 elephants moving as one unit, a wall of gray muscle and ivory and absolute determination. The earth itself seems to shake beneath their assault, dust rising in great clouds, the very air vibrating with their trumpeting war cries. In seconds, everything changes. The equation shifts dramatically. What was courage becomes retreat. What was defiance becomes survival instinct. The hyenas abandon their crocodile, their waterhole, their pride, scattering in all directions like leaves before a storm. Their cackling transforms to yelps of alarm as they flee, some narrowly avoiding the pounding feet of young elephant bulls who pursue them for several yards, learning from their mothers how to defend the family's resources. And just like that, order is restored. The natural hierarchy reasserts itself, as it always does, as it must. The youngest elephant calves have never seen confrontation like this. They've heard stories, learned through observation, but this is their first real test. They've learned something essential today about their place in the world, about the power they carry, about the responsibility that comes with size and strength. For the next hour, perhaps longer, the waterhole belongs to the elephants. No animal will challenge them. Not the hyenas, now lurking at a safe distance of 50 yards, lying in the shade and watching. Not the zebras waiting nervously in the tree line, their stripes shimmering in the heat. Not the giraffes who approach tentatively but stop when they see the herd. Not even the lions who will come at dusk will disturb them. The hyenas wait. They are nothing if not patient. They've survived by being adaptable, by knowing when to fight and when to retreat, by understanding that sometimes survival means swallowing your pride and waiting for your moment. This is not their first encounter with elephants, nor will it be their last. They've played this game before. They know how it ends. Their prize, the crocodile carcass, remains where they left it, abandoned in the sun. It will still be there. In this heat, it will begin to decompose quickly, but hyenas are not particular about the freshness of their meals. Their stomach acid is strong enough to digest nearly anything. They can afford to wait. As the elephants drink their water, each adult consuming up to 50 gallons, spraying water over their backs to cool themselves, helping the youngest calves reach the water with their trunks. The standoff that seemed so dramatic just minutes ago becomes just another moment in the waterhole's daily theater. This scene plays out somewhere in Africa every single day, a timeless drama with a predictable script. The family departs as they came, in single file, the matriarch leading them toward distant feeding grounds where acacia trees offer both food and shade. Trunks linked to tails, the calves walking beneath their mothers' bellies, protected on all sides. Together. Always together. It's the elephant way. And the hyenas? They reclaim their territory within minutes, resuming their work on the crocodile carcass as if the interruption never happened. The matriarch even seems amused, issuing a series of whoops that sound almost like laughter. They got their drink earlier, they'll drink again later, and they still have their prize. In the end, everyone got what they needed. In the Masai Mara, dominance is never permanent. It shifts with the seasons, the hour, the participants. What's true at noon may not be true at midnight. The waterhole serves all, but not equally, and not at the same time. It's a shared resource governed by unspoken rules, enforced by size, need, and timing. Here, nature's hierarchy is written not in ink, but in dust and water. It is enforced not by law or government, but by size, strength, and need. The elephants will return tomorrow, or the day after, whenever thirst drives them back. The hyenas will always be here, or nearby, watching, waiting, adapting, surviving as they've done for millions of years. For in this ancient landscape, where the struggle for water defines every waking hour of the dry season, where life and death can hinge on access to this muddy pool, only one truth remains constant, unchanging. Eternal. Survival belongs to those who know when to stand their ground, and when to run. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.